We are at Supersonic Brick Show 2026, and joining us for this event is the Robot Wars team. Joining me now is Dan and Christoph. How you guys doing?
Yeah, really good. It's been a great day.
It's an amazing day.
So tell us all about Robot Wars, the chaos and all the technic goodness that comes with it.
Okay, so using official Lego parts and like third-party electronics, you can just create your own robot. The whole goal is to annihilate your opponents by either ripping them apart, throwing them out the arena, putting them down the pit. People bring their own creations. There are kind of buyable sets that people have made now, and all that comes together in sort of casual fights, big rumbles, tournaments with prizes. Yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic.
So basically it's a way to express your creativity in somewhat competitive way. So if you're looking for a venture in Lego that allows you to challenge yourself against others and be the best there ever was, then that's the place to go. That's how I found Lego Robot Combat, because that was the only competitive environment in the UK for Lego Technic.
So how many years have you been doing this for? Because surely this has been going on for at least a good while.
I think 4 years for me.
And it's been only since past COVID, so since 2021 for me, but the Lego Robot Combat will have actually its 10-year anniversary this year in October in the show in Swindon, at Great Western Brick Show, the 10th anniversary of Robot Combat there, and we think it's the 10th anniversary of the Robot Combat in Lego form in the UK all over.
So with all the shows you've done and taken part in, going back to 2021 to now, what's the one event that had the most wild fights, the most explosive collisions? What's the one moment you can look back to, or the one show you can look back to and think, that was the GOAT event, we got to try and match that at some point?
I think I know this. It's each event is the next most. Like, seriously, we've just had a tournament just here, and every time we have a tournament, we say, that was the hardest tournament I've seen so far. I think what's amazing about this hobby is everyone shares. So someone will come up with a meta-breaking weapon or drive, and then at the end of the session, they'll share it with everyone, and they'll send them the instructions online, and then the next tournament, half the people are using it, and suddenly it just elevates. So every fight in this tournament we just did could have been a final in previous fights, and it's just, yeah, it elevates each time. So we've seen some of the biggest hits today. I mean, every event it just gets bigger.
And I think the highlight for me was the first day of last year's Bristol Brick Show, because we had something like 17 different roboteers sign up for that day, and to accommodate everyone, we just had to have non-stop fights. Like, it wasn't a choice for us because it gotten so popular. It just was great, manic, lots of distraction, lots of engagement from the public as well. It was just overall great. I think that was the best day of a show for me so far.
Fair enough. That sounds like a great time. I mean, I was there. I definitely heard all the noises from the other floors. So yeah, it definitely sounded like it was a really good event. So with all the people that come and all the roboteers, what's the most outlandish robot you've seen someone rock up with? There's someone who's decided, yeah, let's take part in Robot Wars, and you just go, that's what you're entering with?
There's a couple of really weird robots, because we changed the rules recently to get rid of the size rules, so now you can make it any size as long as it's women in weight. But I think that sometimes you get people who come up with crazy ideas. So say like Charlie's got a robot where he's got 2 battery boxes. One he controls with a controller, the other one he controls his weapon with a foot pedal. So while he's fighting, he's revving the weapon using his foot. We've got some people who took one of the rules that says you're allowed to use official Lego parts. So if you do enough of your homework, you'll find a really old, obscure Lego part. And Jamie found that Lego released a bucket a few years back, just an actual sandcastle making bucket. It's about that big. So he's just put a robot inside it and it drives around as a bucket. God. But then here's the thing, basically you can just find a rule or a way or a mechanism or a way of connecting 2 parts, and suddenly you can come up with something weird, and it might be viable. You never know.
Well, for me, I think it will be Charlie's robot Get Clacked, because his response to Lego Robot Wars is a chicken that shoots eggs at you. Just turns around, faces you with your rear, and just shoots eggs at you, which are Lego GBC balls.
Yeah, incredible. He took the idea of, like, you can win by destroying people, you can win by throwing them in the pit or throwing them out of the arena, but there's another way of, if the crowd cheers for you at the end, if you are still both standing, then you win, and he just created indestructible robots that were beautiful. So he just won like that. So I love it. There's a lot of scope for innovation, and we just don't know what's going to be at the next event. It's great.
Fantastic. It definitely seems like something to pay attention to. So my final question for you guys is, are you on social media? If you are, where can we find you?
Yeah, there's a Lego Robot Combat Facebook group, which is where we share most of our events and organise most of our stuff. But I've got a YouTube channel. I'm Build Brick Robots.
And I'm available on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, mostly on Facebook and Instagram under Technicalities by KK. And I will be running a competition for Bristol Brick Show where you can bring your own version, your own take on My Robot Anger and take parts. And the rewards are fame and glory, and also some vouchers from our sponsors.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, gentlemen, thank you ever so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.